speaker. We are honored to showcase an inspirational personality who is an enthusiastic marketing and communications and public relation practitioner who helps to transform and grow companies into beloved brands. She's also building the vibrant community and Malaysian women want and deserve with her Woman Empowerment Series podcast on YouTube and LinkedIn. Apart from her full-time work as a chief of marketing and communications, she's also a freelance MC, moderator, voiceover talent, professional speaker, and youth mentor. She is Nur Farisya Abdul Shukor from Malaysia. Her session title is How to Develop a Growth Mindset. Hi, Nur.
Hi Anusha. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, and we are very, very excited for your session.
Hi, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you and also the team for having me. And in Malaysian language, we say terima kasih. Terima kasih. Thank you so much for having me in this session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nur. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Anusha.
Would you like me to share your presentation?
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be helping Nur with her presentation. So she has sent me a presentation just now via the message, and I'm going to share with you in my window. So I will be replacing her spotlight. Just a moment. So Nur, can you see this?
Yes. Yep, I can see it.
Can you see this? Okay. So whenever, please guide me to change slides. So it's stage videos. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anusha. Okay, good day, everybody. Okay, hello from Malaysia. Hello from Malaysia, beautiful country of Malaysia. And today I will be talking in education influence on how to develop a growth mindset. Yeah? Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nur Farisya Abdul Shukor. People call me Farisya, and I'm currently the Chief of Marketing and Communication. I'm in the Marcom line, and I'm also a freelance MC, moderator, voiceover talent, professional speaker, and also mentor. Yeah. And my
Hi, Nur. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is it possible for you to hold your earphone much closer? Because
okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly now. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Oh, it's clear now, yeah? Okay. So my education background is I have a diploma from University Technology Mara, UITM, and I also have a degree in public relations from...
Hi, Nur. I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Is it possible for you to hold your microphone while you speak?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear when it's near your near you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So my voice is clear. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, what motivates you? What inspires you? And back in 2016, I have to say it was the most difficult moment in my life because my father, he passed away in 2016. So back in 2016, it's like half of my heart is gone, half of it gone. And I was in a depression for 1 year. I was so depressed because I'm very close with my father. He's everything to me. And I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for his guidance, his care, and his love. And how does this resonate with growth mindset? Okay, let me share with you. Any adversities that we face in life, because we're human. And as human beings, we are tested. Yeah, we have different tests. We go through different challenges. We go through different obstacles. We go through different adversities. Yeah, as humans. Yeah, and this is where we have to go through do I handle this difficult moment? I say to myself, how can I handle? Because I'm so close to him. I'm so close with my father. And when he passed away, half of me is gone. And I said to myself, I can't be crying every day. I can't be crying every single day and say, God, why me? Why me, God? Why do you put me in this test? Growth mindset. Yeah. Whatever adversity, challenges that you face, you can go through it if you have a growth mindset. Why? Because it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind, your mindset. Yeah. Because if you choose to be sad all the time and depressed, you choose to be sad and depressed all the time. But if you choose to, you accept what happened, you accept it. You say, God loves him more. And I know that my father is in heaven now, he's in a better place. But for me, as a daughter, I say to myself, you know, I can't be crying every day. I have to move on. I have to move on. I practice growth mindset. And with growth mindset is you can turn any challenges, any problem, any adversity. Yeah, you can turn it around into something positive. So how did I manage to turn it around? I put it into this perspective. What can I do to make my late father so proud of me, even though that he is no longer here, even though he's no longer around, he's in heaven, to make him proud. Because wherever I go, people will mention his name. Like just now when Anusha introduced me to all of you here, Nur Farisya Abdul Shukor. So Abdul Shukor is my father. So regardless wherever I go, he's with me. He's with me. It's in my name. He's also with me in spirit. So that is growth mindset. You have to think that whatever challenges you face in life, loss of family member, loss of a parent, loss of a loved one, they're always with you. They're with you in spirit. So you have to be strong. Yeah? You have to be strong in life and you have to face every challenges with an open heart. And when you practice growth mindset, yeah? When you practice the growth mindset, you can go through any challenges and any adversity that comes your way because you have a very strong mindset. Yeah. So my father is my biggest inspiration. And for me, I think, you know, it's really important for us to have a very strong mindset, even though that we have gone through a lot of pain, a lot of challenges, a lot of adversity, but we think positive and say, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? Loss, grief of a loved one. It's teaching you empathy and World Empathy Week. And you know, with our forum, with our session in line with World Empathy Week, it teaches you empathy. Yeah. So when it happens to other people, you understand their pain because you have been through a similar situation before. Because it happened to you and you can relate to that person. You have the empathy, yeah? The empathy with other people. Teach you to respect people. Kindness, yeah? Kindness and empathy. This is what we need in this world. Empathy, we understand what the other person is going on. We understand that the other person is going through. And we are willing to be the listener and support system of that person and support that person. And that is empathy in line with the World Empathy. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slide. Thank you, Anisha. Okay, so apart from that, my career achievement, I have 12 years of industry experience in public relations, business development, branding, corporate communication, marketing, and events management. And in Malaysia, I have MC and host corporate and government events in Malaysia. And the guests are the Prime Minister, the ministers, and also royalty, members of the royal families, VIP. And I have hosted a lot of corporate and government events in Malaysia. Yeah, I'm also a freelance MC and also moderator and voice of the talent, apart from my full-time work. And I have been invited to a lot of corporate and government events. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, and if you see on the first picture, okay, that is me emceeing the Ministry of Youth and Sports Malaysia Debat Rakan Muda English debate competition. This was back in 2020. And also Eon Retail Malaysia and Asia International Model United Nations IU. And this is an international event hosted by United Nations Youth. And I am very grateful, very grateful to be invited as the MC for the event. Yeah, because it's organized by Asia Youth International Model United Nations. This was back in 2019 in Putrajaya in Malaysia. It was held at Putrajaya International Convention Center, and I was given the honor by Ayemu to do the opening, the MC for the prestigious international event. And inside that hall, there was about 2,000, 2,000 delegates, young delegates from all over the world. There are people from youth from Australia, from South Africa, from UK, from Japan, from Indonesia, Brunei, Norway, Germany, you name it. The whole world was there. Yeah, 2,000 youth delegation. And I'm representing Malaysia. And on that day, I remember I was wearing a nice pink baju kebaya. Yeah. And it was, I have to say, it was one of the best moments in my life. And because it was a big event, it's an international event, I said to myself, hey, how I wish my father was around to see. But I know he's watching me. He's watching me from heaven. He's all around me. Yeah. So for me, that is what keeps me going. Yeah, it's the growth mindset. Yeah. Okay, and let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so I want to share with everyone here. Back in 2020, I was awarded by Marketing in Asia as one of the 70 rising personalities on LinkedIn in Malaysia. And apart from that, I'm also a content creator. Content. Yeah, and I have a video podcast, like Anisha was mentioning just now earlier in the session. My video podcast is called Woman Empowerment Series. That is where I interview amazing and wonderful women in Malaysia to talk about their career, their life, their aspiration, and also their goals. And I also have another podcast, which is called Inspiring Series, where I interview both men and women in Malaysia to showcase on their projects, what are they working on, their careers, and how are they contributing back to the country. And this is what I love, because I'm a storyteller. I love storytelling, and I love interviewing people. I love talking to people from different backgrounds. I love networking with people. Yeah, I love to network with people from various backgrounds. And with this podcast, Women Empowerment Series, back in 2021, which is last year, I won an award as a Women Empowerment Series award. And if you look at my LinkedIn profile, yeah, you can see it's written there, Top 100 Talent, Women Empowerment. And that was back in last year in 2021. So I was awarded by Finance and Tourism Malaysia by top 100 talents in Malaysia and the Inspiring Women Empowerment Award. Yeah, so I am very, very grateful and blessed for that. Alhamdulillah. Shukor, Alhamdulillah. And I have interviewed nearly, I think, more than 200 people. And you can check out my YouTube channel, Nur Farisya Abdul Shukor. You can check out my content there. And my content is also available on my YouTube. So I'm going to...
Hi, Nur. I'm sorry to interrupt. Ladies and gentlemen, are you able to hear Nur clearly?
Can everyone hear me?
Can you hear clearly?
Can you hear me? Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Is it clear?
Yeah, yes, please continue, Nur. Is it possible for you to hold your earphone? Are you driving? I'm sorry to interrupt.
No. Yeah.
Is it possible to hear your earphone wire, your mic up to just hold it? Because I think it's clearer when it's near your mouth.
Oh, okay. How about now?
Yeah, it's clearer now, like this. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Okay. Right. Okay. So it's clear, yeah? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Clear? Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I wanted to share with all of you here today is growth mindset, how important it is, growth mindset. And it's not just for adults, it's even for, for children, for kids and young adults. And it's really important for us to, to educate children and also teenagers at a young age to develop growth mindset. Why growth mindset is important? Because it will teach you how to be resilient. It teaches you how to face anything, any obstacle, any challenges that comes your way. So when we educate children and also youth, young adults, on how important it is to develop a growth mindset from an early age, we are providing them a skill set, and this is a skill. Yes, it's a people call it, survival skills, right? Yeah. So growth mindset is really important because it's really important to have a growth mindset where you can bounce from anything. You can bounce from any challenges. You can bounce from whatever challenges that you're going in life. Yeah. Yeah. So this is really important. And for me, whatever you go through in life, life is a test, and you have to go through it. All of us, we are tested in different ways. We go through different challenges, different problems. But when we develop a growth mindset, this is when we grow, we learn, and we accept that, okay, I am going through this right now. How do I find the solution to the problem? That is growth mindset. Okay, thank you, Anisha. So now this is the next slide.
Hi, Nur. Is it possible for you to hold the mic closer? I'm really sorry. It's really difficult to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Is it clear now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you right now. Yep.
Right. Okay. So this is the next slide, and I was featured in the Tower of Self-Confidence podcast. Yeah, and the Tower of Self-Confidence podcast. They're from Canada. Okay, and they messaged me on LinkedIn and say, Farisya, I have been following you on social media. I've been following you on LinkedIn. I love your content. Can we interview you? And this podcast where they are all the way from Canada. And can you imagine, I'm from Malaysia, and she was like, wow, she's been following me online, on LinkedIn. And then of course I say yes to the interview. And I say, okay, I want to share on my tips, to develop self-confidence. Yeah. So this is, I did a self-confidence podcast. And I shared this very important quote, which goes, behind every adversity, there's always an opportunity. Yeah. So what does always huh? You know, you have to go through the race. You have to go through the race. You have to go through the storm and
Hi, Nur. I'm sorry to interrupt again, but your voice is not very clear at all. Sorry.
Clear?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. So you know, in life, you know, we go through so many challenges, and what I like about this quote is it says behind every adversity there's always an opportunity. And this relates to our topic today. Yeah, growth mindset. So it's really important for us to practice growth mindset. Yeah, when we have a very strong mindset, a positive mindset, when we look at something negative, we don't think of it negatively. We try to switch it and turn it into positive. So that is growth mindset. And I have been practicing growth mindset, and it works for me because I know that, hey, okay, I'm faced with a challenge. For example, I give a scenario, I give an example. I've emailed to a potential client, okay, my proposal, and I didn't get a reply. Yeah. So when I call the prospect, and then they say, oh, sorry, we're not interested in your products or services. So instead of being sad, instead of like, oh, I have been rejected by a potential client. Oh, you know, of course you don't feel good, right? Because you've been rejected, your proposal is being rejected. But if you look from a positive angle, if you look at positively, number one, it's okay. It's okay if they rejected your proposal. Think on the bright side. At least they have your email, they have your company profile, they have your details, and they know who you are. Maybe not now. The opportunity is not now. You never know. Maybe in 6 months, maybe 1 year, that person who rejected your proposal might contact you again. So you never know. Yeah. So for me, in work, in business, you have to be resilient. You have to be resilient, and you have to be strong. You have to face all this. And yeah, rejection is normal in business, it's normal in work life. And if they rejected your proposal, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So try to look at it from a perspective of growth mindset and say, it's okay. It's okay. This is just one prospect. I will move on to the next. Yeah. So this will give you the determination of, okay, let's move on to the next potential client. Yeah. So you need to develop that. So when you develop a strong, positive growth mindset, it will make you say that, oh, it's okay. When one door shuts, another opportunity will open. So that is just one. So you face one rejection. It's okay. Yeah, of course you don't feel like, oh, why does this client rejected me or rejected my proposal? But if you look at it from the bright side, it's okay. It's fine. Let's move on to the next potential client. So that is growth mindset. So you have to keep going, keep going, keep going until you reach your goals. Keep going until you reach your target. Keep going until you have a client that says, yes, I am interested in your product. I am interested in your services. You have to keep going. Yeah. And then when you keep going, you know that, hey, growth mindset helped me, and I can get through this. And because of growth mindset, I managed to close 10 clients in 1 month. Yeah. So believe me, everybody, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, when you start practicing growth mindset, a lot of wonderful things will happen to you. You just have to keep going. Yeah. Keep going and turn the negative situation switch it into positive. And this is the same thing as, let's say, a student, yeah, a 12-year-old student, and he or she just got her report card and say, oh, Dad, I have 2 A's and 2 B's. I got B for my mathematics. Yeah. So the parent will say, oh, you got B for a mathematics subject. Oh, why? Instead of questioning why, you should say to your children and say, it's okay. I know you tried hard, you studied hard for the examination. Try again next time. Try again next time. And it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, as long as you try. Yeah. So that is growth mindset. So growth mindset, you know, when we develop kids and also young adults who practice this, they will say, oh, this is a challenge. The examination is hard. I didn't get good results for this exam. Don't worry. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. What you can do is you learn from it. What have you learned? What have you learned from the examination? What does this taught you? Yeah, like a postmortem, right? And what you can do to improve and do better for the next examination to come. Yeah, yeah. So this is growth mindset, and this is applicable, you know, to children and young adults. So when we start teaching them from a young age to, okay, it's okay. I got 2 A's and 2 B. I will make sure that next time for the next examination, I will try to score the best result. Yeah, it gives you the determination to do better next time. Yeah, so this is growth mindset. Okay, and now we come to the next slide. And apart from growth mindset, another skill set, important skill set that we need to educate children, young adults, and also everybody to have is soft skills. Yeah, we need to have soft skills. Soft skills is very important. Yeah, and it's relatable to everyone, regardless of any profession, any industry you're in. You can be an architect, you can be an engineer, you can be a businessman, a businesswoman, you can work in fashion, you are a restaurant owner or cafe. We all need soft skills. Yeah, soft skills is very important for us to learn. So this applies to everybody, and for children and young adults as well. If we start to teach them this at an early age, when they enter university, when they enter college and university, no problem for them because they already have the basic of soft skills training. And this is very, very important. This is the life skills. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, thank you, Anusha. Okay, another topic that I want to share is networking. Networking is very important, like we're doing today. What we're doing today is online networking. So, you know, I got to know Anusha from LinkedIn, and we network online on social media on LinkedIn. And this is very important because I am connected to all of you, and I know that everyone here are from India, from UK, from all parts of the world. And because we're a global citizen, and thank you for the internet, and we're connected, yeah, regardless of where we are around the world. Yeah, so what we're doing today with today's session, today's online session, we are doing online networking. And this is very, very important because your network is your net worth. Yeah, online connection. And this is really important for us to connect with each other, okay, regardless where is our location. And look at me, I'm in Malaysia. Yeah, I'm in Malaysia, Southeast Asia. It's in Southeast Asia. And I know some of you are from India, some are from London, UK, there's people from Germany, people from Japan or Brunei, Indonesia, regardless of where you are around the world, we are all connected. So thank you to LinkedIn, thank you to the internet, thank you to Zoom. Yeah. So this is also a very important topic that I would like to touch. Yeah. So apart from growth mindset, this topic is also important because it's our connection, our global connection. So we are connected, and Anusha, and I know her from LinkedIn, and I follow her contents as well. And this is a good thing because, you know, with technology, you know, we can connect with each other regardless of where we are around the world. And And, it's very important for us to, connect with each other and learn from each other, learn about people cultures and where they're from, their countries. Yeah, and this is really interesting. So I love this quote. Yeah, so this quote says, your network is your network. So as I'm speaking to you, we are doing networking. We are doing online networking, and I'm sharing with you on growth mindset on our session. So yeah, this is a very wonderful thing because yeah, your network is your network. I love this quote. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay. And another thing I want to share with everyone here is how to improve your self-esteem. Yeah. And self-esteem is important. And how does it relate to empathy and also growth mindset? Okay. So when you are a positive person, yeah, you have improve your self-esteem. Yeah, you have a positive aura in you. You're a positive person. So people can see that, oh, look at her self-esteem. She's so confident. Look at her aura, how she talk, how she speak. He's a positive person. She's a positive person. Your self-esteem, your confidence. So this is also relatable to growth mindset as well. Yeah. Because when you practice self-esteem, you're confident, you carry yourself very well. And this is a very important topic too, because when you improve on your self-esteem, you tend to think that, oh, sometimes, you self-doubt. You think, oh, I don't think that I'm good for the job. I don't think that I'm good at this task. So you keep on saying to yourself, I can't, I cannot, I can't, I can't. But if you change that and say, I can apply for the job. I can do this test. I am good at social media marketing. I can try. I can practice. I can give it a shot. I can. So how is this relatable to growth mindset? You turn the challenges into opportunities. Yeah, self-esteem. You turn something that you think, oh, it's impossible for me to complete the task in 1 week. But if you don't try, if you don't give it a try, you never know. So give it a try. So change I can't to I can. I can. Yeah, so I love talking about this as well. So it's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset. It's all about your thinking. So growth mindset and fixed mindset. So when you develop a growth mindset, you don't think that, oh, you don't say, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is hard. If you practice a growth mindset, you will say, I can do this. I'm going to give it a try. I can do this. I'm going to learn. This is my first time, but I'm going to learn how to do it. I attend training courses and I learn how to do it. Yeah, growth mindset. Change the I can't to I can. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Thank you, Anusha. Okay, this is another slide that I love, and I always share this with my students, with my training participants. Okay, what do you see in this picture? Yeah? Do you see a kitten? Yeah, a small kitten. And you see the small kitten looking at the reflection and say, oh, look at me. Even though I am a young kitten, but I have big goals. I have big dreams. Even though that I am young, I'm just a little baby kitten. But when the baby kitten look at the reflection in the water and say, hey, look at me. Even though that I'm young, I'm a small little kitten, but I have big goals. I have big dreams. There's so many things that I want to achieve in life. And nobody can stop me except me. If I say to myself that I I cannot do this. I'm stopping myself from reaching my goal. But if I practice the growth mindset and say, hey, I know that I am young, but it's not impossible for me to achieve this. I just have to give it a try. I just have to be disciplined. I just have to be consistent. Consistency, discipline. Yeah. So when we have consistency, when we have discipline, when we practice, and if we want to make our goals happen, it will happen because we practice all this. Consistency, determination, practice, and we will go every step of the way to achieve it. And it's not the age. It's not the age. It's your willpower. How is it relatable to growth mindset? You change the challenges, the adversity into opportunity. So you tend to say that, oh, I can't apply for this job because I'm too young. But if you don't apply for it, if you don't try, you never know. Maybe they're looking for someone. It's not the age factor, but if you are a go-getter, yeah, you're a good communicator, yeah, you're a good, you have good communication skills, people skills, you can communicate with others. And even though you're young, but if you have the passion, they will employ you and take you on for the job. So it's not the age, it's your mindset, your mindset, your mindset, your mentality, your determination, your passion, consistency, and how far are you willing to go to achieve that. Yeah, believe in yourself. I always share with my students and also training participants. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. So it all starts from you. When you believe in yourself, that is when the magic happens. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. So when you believe in yourself, the magic happens. Yeah. And it's like me. I started with my content creation on LinkedIn from scratch back in 2003, 2004, 2004. Yeah, 2004, 2005. And I built it from scratch. You know, I start content creation. I start writing on LinkedIn. I start posting my content, my videos. I start developing my podcast. And when I first started developing my video podcast, never that it occurs to me that, wow, 2021, I am on stage receiving the award for the podcast that I've created. So you see, it's the hard work. When you put in the hard work, you put in the work, you're consistent, and it will get you further. And then when I was standing on stage, I'm like, wow, you know, I received this award and I started this project. I started my podcast from scratch. So you build something from zero to something. Yeah. So this story is, it's all about you. Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. So I believe in myself. But at the beginning, I say, you know, oh, this is hard. You know, writing is not easy. Writing is hard. Creating content is not easy. It's hard. But if you keep practicing, you know, you practice and you know, develop yourself, you get better every single day because it's all trial and error. You make mistakes, it's okay. You learn from your mistakes because when you practice, right, you do content creation, you create content, and I write in both English and Bahasa Malaysia, 2 languages. And you start practicing. And when you start practicing, you become good at it because you've been doing it for like every day for years. And like I said just now, when you believe in yourself, that is when the magic happens. The magic happens. Growth mindset. You turn self-doubt, you turn the challenges and adversity into something positive. Turn it around. Turn it around to something positive. Turn the I can't to I can. I can do it. So that is growth mindset. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Leadership. Okay. So leadership is also relatable to empathy, World Empathy Week, and leadership is also relatable to growth mindset. So for me as a leader, not just becoming a good leader, but one must have empathy. We have to practice empathy in leadership. Yeah, so I give an example of an empathetic leader that I admire. Her name is Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Yeah. So how many of you here love Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand? Look at how she lead her country, lead New Zealand. She lead with empathy. She lead with kindness. She lead with a heart. And she go down to the ground. She talked to her people. She talked to the citizens of New Zealand. Leadership, empathy, yeah? So in line with our World Empathy Week, yeah, leadership. So to be a good leader, one must have empathy. And empathy is not a sign of weakness, yeah? So when people say, oh, to be a leader, I have to be fierce, I have to be strong, that's wrong. To be a leader, you have to be kind as well. You have to be you have to have empathy. You have to understand what the people, your staff, your employees are doing. You have to check out on your people. You have to check up on your employees, on your staff, how they're doing, people below you, how are they doing? You know, you have to check up on that. And that shows that you are a good leader because you care for your people. Leadership and empathy. You need to have empathy to be a good leader, to understand people around you. Communication, communicate with people around you. So this is very important, yeah? Leadership and empathy, yeah? Very, very important. Motivation, support system, teamwork, contribution, success, goals. To be a good leader, one must have empathy towards one another because you will understand, you will feel empathy towards the person and what that person is going through, and you provide support, and that shows that you are a good leader. Yeah, so empathy is very important in leadership. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, see this quote? This is my favorite quote. Leadership is all about empathy. Yeah, it's about having the ability to relate and to connect with the people. Yeah, it's really important. I love this quote. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, and this is my final slide for today. This is the last slide. Okay, you can see here, fixed mindset and growth mindset, the difference, yeah? So people with fixed mindset will say, oh, I can't do this job. This is too hard for me. People with growth mindset will say, I can do the job. I can do it. I will take up the challenge. Yeah. People with fixed mindset will say, oh, my English is not that good. I don't think that I can apply for this job. People with fixed mindset will say that. But if you have a growth mindset, oh, okay, so I have to attend the interview and I have to speak English. But my English is not that good. It's okay. What I'm going to do now, in order for me to prepare for the job interview, I am going to sign up in a training program where I get a chance to practice and learn, and also at the same time develop my communication and English language skills. That is a person with growth mindset, because that person knows, oh, it's difficult. Oh, I have to learn another language. This is hard, it's difficult. But if you have a growth mindset, you will take on the challenge. You won't think of it as a burden, as a challenge. You will say to yourself, I will attend the training. I will attend the training and I will learn. And from there, I will develop my skills. I'll develop my skill set. I'll become more confident in speaking in English because I, take up the training courses, and the training is twice a week. And this gives me the time to practice before the job interview. Yeah, so that is a person with a growth mindset. So this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So like for children and also teenagers, it's really important for us to also guide them and also share with them the importance of developing a growth mindset from a young age, from an early age. Because when we start to develop kids and also teenagers, for them to practice what is growth mindset, they will become, stronger and more resilient. Their mindset will become more resilient. And when they are faced with obstacles and challenges, they will say, oh, okay. Instead of giving up, they will say, okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to practice. I'm going to try. Yeah. Instead of saying, like kids will say, oh, mommy, this is hard. This is challenging. I don't think I can sit for this exam. That's fixed mindset. But the growth mindset kid will say, okay, so in order for me to excel in this examination, I know that I have to practice. So I have to attend tuition classes. Yeah, tuition classes, and I have to practice because practice makes perfect. And that is a learning curve. So it's good for the children and also young adults to go through the learning curve. And it's okay to make mistakes. We learn when we make mistakes, and it's okay. That is how we grow. And it's the process, the outcome of the process that matters, which is the growth mindset, being strong, being resilient, and being able to face any obstacles and challenges that come their way and turn the challenges and adversity around into something positive. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And that concludes the end of my presentation for today. Okay, is there any question from the floor? Any question that you would like to ask me? Any question to group?
Nur, thank you so much, Nur, for your amazing presentation, for sharing your experience, for sharing your inspirational journey. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we couldn't hear you clearly earlier, but
Thank you,
now we can hear you clear
Thank
loud.
you.
And
Thank
we have a couple of questions, and we have
Okay.
people from all over the world tuning in for you. And Alexander from Ghana shares great points. Growth mindset encompasses improvement. Ask your students if they have ever struggled to master a skill and then improved over time. Examples may include reading, writing neatly, riding a bike, or playing an instrument. So that's his that's just his comment. And we have MP asking me, how as a leader I develop growth mindset in my team that is mixed bunch in terms of age, experience, and beliefs.
Okay.
So that's a question for you from MP.
Okay, and it's in the chat box, yeah?
Yeah, actually she messaged me directly, but I would like to just add it as a question for you as well.
Okay, so the first question is, how as a leader I develop growth mindset in my team that is mixed in terms of age, experience, and belief. Yeah, so that's the question.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you, Anusha. Okay, so this is a very good question. Yeah, so as a leader, okay, how do you develop growth mindset in your team? How do you keep your team motivated? Yeah, and especially when your team members, when the people working with you are different age group, different experience, different races, different religion. And I would like to share with you, like in my office, we're diverse. Yeah, there's Malay, there's Chinese, and there's also my colleague, and we're diverse, and I think that this is really important, the diversity, yeah. And when it's multicultural, you know, and it gives us that very good environment to learn from each other, learn from each other cultures, learn from each other experience. So how do you develop mindset in a team that is mixed bunch of age, experience, and belief? So we have to understand each other. Yeah, we have to understand each other. And even though that we have differences in terms of race, religion, ethnicity, or age, but we have a common goal, which is to help our organization and company grow, right? Yeah, so let's say if you're a teacher and you're teaching at a school, so what is your goal? Your goal is in line with the principle of the school, which is to develop young leaders, to develop future leaders, to develop children who will become the future leaders of tomorrow. So that is the goal. So regardless of who you are, your age group, or your religion, your race, it doesn't matter. As long as you know, hey, we have a common goal. We want to educate children so that they will become the future leaders of tomorrow. That is our goal, and we will do it together. Yeah, we will do it together. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Nur.
so that is my answer. So the answer is unity, because we all have one common goal. So we can be different religion, you know, we can be Islam, we can be Buddhist, we can be Hindu, we can be Christian. But if we work in the same school or the same company, hey, I have a responsibility, which is to teach the future leaders of tomorrow. So we have to get together, we work with each other, and that is how we grow. We work and support with each other. So that is our common goal. So that is my answer.
Thank you so much, Nur. And MP says thank you as well.
Okay, thank you, MP.
And we have Happy Masuku sharing the 4 insights are: we are lived, we are being lived, we are new in every moment, we are all connected, we are selfless services such as empathy is very important.
Okay, so the next question is it often said that girls comparatively, is this the next question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. So it is often said that girls comparatively have better growth mindset than that of boys. Children of multicultural society in comparison to monocultural society have better growth mindset. Students from a socio-economically advantaged background presented a better growth mindset more often than that of socio-economically disadvantaged ones. Do you agree? Okay, this is a very interesting question. Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, so my answer would be, this is all depends on the upbringing of the child. Yeah, the upbringing, how the children were brought up, the family, how are they brought up, in what type of family, you know. So this is really very important because it shapes the children's character. Yeah, it shapes the children's character. And for me, I don't think, in my humble opinion, it's not like the gender, doesn't matter girl or boy, but you know, if you are, you know, if you are raised in a family of, let's say for example, I give you my scenario. Yeah, I remember when I was 12, my late father, I asked him for pocket money. I say, can you give me 20 ringgit? And then my late father would say, I was 12 at that time, so I was very young. And then my late father said, okay, I can give you 20 ringgit. I can give you money, but you have to work for it. How? Okay, wash the car, clean clean the lawn, you know, do the gardening, clean the garden and all that. So in order for me to get money, to get 20 ringgit from my father at that time, my late father, I have to earn it. I have to work for it. And so I did. I washed the car, I cleaned the lawn, I cleaned the garden, and at the end of the day, I got my 20 ringgit. I got my money from my father. So what does that teach me at 12 years old? Yeah, as a young girl, in order for me to get something, I have to earn it. I have to earn it. So if I want 20 ringgit, I have to earn it and I have to do something. I have to work. Yeah, so that shapes your character at a young age and you become more determined. Hey,
Thank you.
Look at me. Yeah, so it shapes your character, and it doesn't matter the gender. You can be a boy or you can be a girl, but if you are shaped in the family environment that says, oh, okay, if you want to get this, okay, you have to, wash the dishes. Yeah, after you finish eating your dinner, you have to wash the dishes, clean the table. Yeah, so you start that from a young age. So that is also, you teach them from a young age to be disciplined and to have the responsibility. So that is my answer. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, Nur. And we have comments pouring in from all over the world. Thank you for participating in Education Influence Global Conference. We are so honored to have you. And we will be showcasing a recording on our platform very, very soon. Thank you so much, Nur. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anusha.
Thank you, Nur.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, is there any other questions?
Are there any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Please, Nur is available and she will be answering to you.
Okay, there's one from Happy Masuku. Environment plays a very important role in mindset growth. Yes, the environment, the interaction, what the eye see, what the mind wants. Yes, Happy Masuku. Yeah, thank you for the comment, Happy Masuku. And this is very important because a child or a young adult at an early age, yeah, the environment, the upbringing, yeah, it plays a very important role to shape the child's mindset growth, and this is very, very important. Yeah. Thank you, Masuku.
Thank you, and Masuku. Thank you, Nur. Thank you so much.